Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to the segment of Coach Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. Our recitation is the 34th stanza or pauri from Gauri Kabir Ji. And the recitation. Gauri Kabir Ji Dopade. This is a composition of 2 stanzas. Na Mai Jog ਧਿਆਨ ਚਿਤ ਲਾਇਆ ਬਿਨ ਬੈਰਾਗ ਨ ਛੁਟ समाया कैसे जीवन होए हमारा जब न होए राम नाम आधारा रहाओ कहो कबीर खोजो असमान राम समान न देखो आन. A short passage, 2 stanzas, and the subject is कैसे जीवन होए हमारा जब न होए राम नाम आधारा. Without the foundation of self-knowledge, how can the self be realized? Jivan. Jivan generically used to describe life or to live. But in Gurbani, Jivan also refers to the supreme state. It refers to the self as well. And as a matter of fact, it is considered to be the supreme substance, Jivan Padarth, that is reached through a ladder of Gyan Padarth, Mokh Padarth, and onto Jivan Padarth. Naam Padarth is a third. So there is a progression implied. Gyan Padarth, meaning you first have to understand the direction you're taking. That is what Gurbani gives you. It takes you to Mokh, meaning you begin to understand, realize, comprehend what the path to freedom is. And once you reach that place, that is where Naam Padarth becomes accessible. That is to say, you begin to understand the essential nature, the essential function of things in the universe. You begin to understand that each thing is called. It's not a title that is designated, but Naam is the essential function, the essence of things. And from there is Jivan Padarth, which is, for want of a better expression, being born again, being spiritually alive. Because you have to remember that as far as Gurmat is concerned, in our ego states, we are actually not even alive, because we don't know our true selves. We are not even awake, because we are completely oblivious of our true nature. So kaise jivan hoye hamara would imply, how would I awaken to my true life jab na hoye Ram naam adhara? I need the foundation of Naam. In that progression we talked about, the penultimate stage, self-knowledge, before the self can be realized or actualized. So that's the theme of this passage. And again, Kabir says, Na Mai Jog dhyan chit laya bin bairag na chuta samaya. So Jog means to unite, a union. It also means deserving. Mainu jog gitoi, you have made me deserving. So it could mean either or, but here Kabir is talking about the union of the mind with itself, essentially, because it is a fractured mind. Na Mai Jog dhyan chit laya. Dhyan, attention. Chit, consciousness, awareness. So the mind has consciousness, but it is not fully chit, if you will, because consciousness is like the backdrop and pertains to not only the mind but also to intelligence, to perception. It is that grand awareness that sits as a backdrop. Awareness, if you will. Bin bairag na chota samaya, without bairag. Bair means without. Rag is used for passion, it is used for love, it is used for color. So bin bairag na chota samaya. So Kabir is saying, I really have not found union. Or you could read it to say that I have not practiced yoga of one-pointed attention, chitalaya. Although Gurbani will tell you, ik man ik chit. The mind has to expand itself to its chit. So Kabir says, I have either not done it or I have not been able to do it because bin bairagana chutas maya, without detachment. Nachutas maya, the world's temptations. In other words, temptations might not be the right characterization, but simply being caught up in the rat race, being caught in the world. I mean, we are, after all, constructed in such a way that we are sort of in love with a constructed reality, which is what the world is. It's a constructed reality, constructed by the senses. So Kabir says, without detachment. So without overcoming the mind's instinctive patterns, it's not possible to become self-aware. And humans are perhaps the only species who have to consciously exert to become fully human, their true selves. So kaho Kabir, khojo asman, ram saman na dekho aan. When I look into the firmament of the mind, I find the self pervading everywhere. In other words, through bhakti, through devotion. And when you look within, asman pertains to the dasam dwar. When you look within, what he sees is the self pervading everywhere. So the idea is you have to turn inwards. You have to detach, unhitch yourself from this obsession with the outside world. That doesn't mean that you have to quit the outside world. There's a very fine balance here. It's a state of mind. Jab na hoye Ram naam adhara, and that has to be your support. Knowledge, self-knowledge, and that is obtained by turning inward. On that note, until the next time, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.